Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Gemini for the month of July. You can have Gemini anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you're here watching this reading, that you come with good intentions for yourself and for others. Okay, so Gemini, normally I do like a meditative session before each reading, but this month I am being called to kind of jump right in, and I feel like that's kind of pertaining to the energy that we are in right now, that we're needing to just listen to our instincts a bit more than we normally do. And then what I'm going to start with is I have a bag of like 600 stickers that I use for like scrapbooking and pen paling and stuff like that. And I'm just being called to pull some out, like three to five stickers is usually what I pull out. But first off, we have here this like cozy little nook, like corner with a table, and it's just like, what is it, 4 plants? So I'm hearing the word cozy. Yeah, look. So there's a house with snow. It's a snow-covered house. Interesting. Cozy. So there's something about the winter months. A lavender wreath. So even that means something about like relaxing, you know, like lavender is used to relax us. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna, I think, well, look, it's just another corner. This time it's a chair with plants on it. So you could have like a special little spot in your house that is really comforting to you. If you don't have one now, it's like you're needing a place, like a little, even just like a little corner of your house to wind down at the end of the day and relax. Now, because it is a snow-covered house, it does tell me something about those winter months. So either something is coming up in the winter or something kind of happened through the winter. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start pulling some cards and see. There's something about like creature comforts that are needing to be kind of brought into your life. Okay, what is the message for Gemini, please, for July? Message for Gemini for July. What's the message for Gemini for July? Gemini. Oh, I'm using the True Heart Intuitive Tarot, by the way. Okay, so we have the Five of Discs. So it's interesting that the Five of Discs is coming up on the bottom. The Five of Discs is on the bottom of the deck because it's feeling left out in the cold. So it's almost like your house is not a home or something like that. You're on the outside looking in. Do you see that? Like the coziness is here, and then this eye is in this black hole, looking into the comfort. This King of Swords, oh my gosh, he's been everywhere these readings this month. The Six of Swords. Oh my gosh. So you are Swords energy. It's an air energy, which Gemini is an air sign. Hang on just a second. Okay, so first thing I'm going to point out is in this King of Swords card, it's interesting that you're going from the King to the Prince, or the Knight is what it's usually referred to as, because it's like a regression where you're like staying put, but then you're like being lifted up out of whatever is making you feel uneasy, and you're on your way. You know, because the knights are about action. The prince or the kings are about, like, they are the knowledge and they have the knowledge of the plan and everything, but the knights are what put the plans into action. So it's like you're being lifted up out of an uncomfortable situation, because the Six of Swords is rough waters. It's going from rough waters to calm waters. And this one in particular, they're being lifted up and out of the rough waters. Which, do you see this? Like how they're in a hole here, lifting them up and out into the comfort. And that's what I'm getting here, is like you're really needing something that's comforting. A place to call your own. Sitting still to action. Okay. I think I'm going to get some more cards here with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Can we clarify this King of Swords? Can I have one card to clarify the King of Swords for Gemini, please? I just heard Aquarius for some reason. I almost said Aquarius. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, or you could have Aquarius in your strongly in your chart, or it could be that winter months that I'm hearing, like, it would, you know, because Aquarius season is the end of January and February. So let's clarify this King of Swords for Gemini, please. King of Swords for Gemini. King of Cups with the Lovers on the bottom. Sorry, I'm just seeing in this Lovers card, you know, the Lovers card is the Gemini card. And I was getting that air energy because they have feathers. Like this one's a little bird. She has feathers. There's butterflies around them. And I'm seeing the color blue a lot here. There's a lot of blue. So there could be something that you're needing to speak out to bring kind of balance to the situation, because here the King of Swords, his sword is pointing directly down, and it's like pointing directly at this King of Cups. So I feel like you're needing to speak something like emotionally, instead of like in the typical logical like air way. You need to really like speak from your heart more. Because I am seeing green here as well. I'm seeing green and blue and purple, and that's the heart, the throat, and the third eye. So it's like trusting your intuition is that third eye, and then speaking your truth from your heart. This King of Swords, or King of Cups, I mean. Do you see how there's these whales here, and it's like they have, or wait, it's a shark. It's a shark. Your emotions could be feeling very tumultuous right now. I'm actually going to look up the shark card. Give me a second. Directness, exposure, revealing true nature and desire. Yeah, I do think that you're needing that. Like there's some kind of thing that's making you feel uneasy here. And you're wanting to come up out of it and like move forward in life out of this tumultuous situation. but you don't know how to, you're keeping your emotions buried. But then because the sharks are, you know, on the lower root, or in the lower chakras here, they're in the lower half of this man. And then there's a boat on the surface. And normally in the Six of Swords, there is a boat that's taking, you know, the people from the rough waters to the calm waters. And that is very much depicted here in this imagery. Like there's rough waters, there's sharks there. And you want to go to calmer waters. Okay, hang on. Let's keep going. Let's look at the Six of Swords for Gemini, please. Six of Swords for Gemini. One card to clarify. The Six of Swords for Gemini, please. The Emperor with the Hermit on the bottom. Okay. So the King of Swords, like I said, has been coming up for a lot of readings here recently. And it always depicts to me like the fly and the dragonfly. The fly is a lower vibration. It's a pest, right? And then the dragonfly is about spirituality and connecting to our spirituality and like the divinity within ourselves. And it's kind of, you're needing to go from this fly to this dragonfly. So you could either be feeling like a pest or someone else could be pestering you. But you feel the need to free yourself from it. And here too with the Emperor, it's like a similar situation or a similar kind of energy as the Six of Swords. It's like you're tied to something, you know, there's something you're tied to that you're in charge of, but you don't want, like you want to be free of it. And there's more boat and water imagery here with this Hermit. It's like they're an island, they're all by themselves. Like instead of being tied to all of this, like they want to be by themselves. They even look very similar, the people in these cards. Well, okay, let's look at the Knight of Swords here. Can I have one card to clarify the Knight of Swords? Okay, so the Devil's on the bottom, which the Devil is Capricorn energy. You can be dealing with the Capricorn, you don't have to be dealing with Capricorn. This is Aries energy. So with the Knight of Swords, what you want to put into action would balance the scales. The Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. And how do I want to put this? I don't like the kind of idea in the Six of Cups or in the Six of Pentacles. I said cups because it has a lot of water imagery here, but it's like this person's cup gets full first before this person's cup gets full. And it's not equal. Even the scales here are, and the teapot is tipped over, like something isn't balanced, and you're needing to balance something. And what it is like there's something like the Devil energy is about addictions and things that keep us entrapped, right? Like I don't normally see the spider as a toxic energy, but here it's about entrapment and how things aren't balanced because there's something outside of you that is getting more energy than it should. And I'm being called back to this comfort, these creature comforts. It's in like the winter time, because we do have a Capricorn card here as well. And that's the end of December, and January is Capricorn season. And then on the bottom of the other deck was the Five of Pentacles, and that's more like earth energy, which is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. There's a situation that keeps you, it's like a toxic cycle, and you're needing to be lifted up and out of it, because the situation is very, very imbalanced. Whether this, I don't know what it is. It could be, it could be work. It could be a relationship. It's not really telling me very much what it is, but you know, if you look at this Devil card too, the woman is the mushroom. The woman is the spider. She's stuck there. There's something that's keeping you stuck, that you're needing to be, like, you want to be rescued from it. And there is something coming in that's going to balance the scales, but it's not quite telling me what that is. But it's going to bring a lot of comfort, you know? It's going to bring a lot of, it's like a warm, cozy type of energy. And it's interesting, the choices I made for the things up here, this round of videos, like a candle and a box of really, really old thread. It's like, it's comforting. I'm getting something with this boat, like, because the Six of Swords normally has a boat in it, but it doesn't, and the boat is in the past here, and instead there's something else being, like, saving you. There's something else saving you from whatever is tying you to your, it's like your responsibilities, because the Emperor is like that masculine energy. So it's something that's tying you to masculinity. I know this is really vague, and I don't know how to clarify it more, because every situation is going to be different. I am getting that it could definitely be job, because we do have the Pentacle here and the Capricorn energy here, and Capricorn energy is, like, a lot of times interpreted as work. So there could be an unhealthy work environment that's keeping you, it's like keeping you secluded from your creature comforts. Does that make sense? I don't know why that would be. Like, maybe you just work too much, because, like, the Capricorn energy is very much like that. Like, they're always, you know, people are always down on them because they work too much and whatnot. You could definitely have Capricorn in your chart. If this is the case, if you do work too much, you might want to check your charts and see if you have Capricorn in, like, strong placements. I don't know the houses and what houses represent work, but you might want to check into that and see. Especially since we do have a house up here. It's telling me something about, like, the house. And then the Wheel of Lavender, it's like the wheel of the zodiac, the wheel of the houses. Something about that you might want to look into. So I'm going to use the numerology for some advice for you guys. But the scales are not balanced right now, and they're needing to be balanced. Oh, and they fell way down. Okay, so you have a win-win outcome is forecast here. And look, now the scales are balanced, if you follow this advice that's coming out here. Okay, so we have disseminating moon, I don't know what that means. Take time to breathe out. Give yourself this time, this relaxing time to exhale, to take a breath. Right now you're not doing that. I can sense that you're not giving yourself a moment's peace, a time for healing. So I don't know why this is coming up, but it's like there's something about the winter months that you could be needing to heal from something, whether that's emotionally or physically, but there is something that's going to be causing you to take a break. Like, I'm not saying like it's going to be a long break or a short break, but it's like take time to breathe out, a time for healing. It's giving yourself that time to pause, so here's the thing. Here's what I always say. If you don't give yourself what you need, the universe is going to give it for you. Those are the tower moments. If we see that we're working too hard and we need a break and we don't act on that and we just keep going and going and going, the universe is going to present that break to us in a tower moment. And especially because we do have the scales being balanced here with a win-win outcome, it's like no matter what you do, the universe is going to make things balance out. So it's better to do it on your own terms than to let it come to you. So that's your advice, is like just give yourself time, give yourself healing, take a break. I'm hearing spend time in your home, like where there's comfort. So, okay, Gemini, this has been your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you for being present today. I thank any of your guys that were present, any of my guys that were present from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.